Hey everyone, I'm here today in Santa Monica. I'm so happy to be in Southern California. It's so pretty here at the Raw Food Worldwide Meetup with the founder and creator, Jamie Love. So Jamie, it's nice to meet you. I actually started following somebody on Instagram. The very first person I followed in the health world is a lady by the name of Jillian Berry. So this is a shout out to her as well. And she told me I had to hook up with this beautiful young lady. And so I'm here today at one of her events. And I just wanted to ask you a few questions. I've been in the raw world for over 30 years. How long have you been, kind of experimenting with and getting introduced to the raw food world?
I first found like the plant-based lifestyle, vegan lifestyle 20 years ago.
Okay.
And yeah, it was Annette Larkins, really inspired me. And, I just kept growing from there. And then, I was by myself most of the time. I didn't really have anybody in my life that was doing this. So when I moved to LA, my goal was to, find community, find like-minded people. It was really important to me. But then, the world was shut down. Everything was closed off. And I had just moved here. I didn't know anybody. So it was a good 2.5, 3 years of living here in a new city with no one, no family, no friends or anything. So so that's how this started.
What is your main objective? Why do this? Why a meetup?
Well, in this world of technology, everything has kind of gone virtual. It's gone online, but we've really lost that in-person connection. And, we miss real hugs and eye gazing and just feeling each other's energy. There's just something really special about getting together in person. Online is great too, and that's the technology that I'm so grateful for, so that we can connect with all of these groups and all these raw food communities all over the world. But if we're just doing it in these Facebook groups and these, where we're just doing things online, we're just doing online courses, online groups, but we're not getting together in person, we're lacking a type of support and accountability that we need to really thrive on this lifestyle.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, the advantage that she does have, and she just mentioned it, is to be able to have access to all the online information. I mean, when I first started over 30 years ago, we weren't able to Google search recipes. We literally had to go and find somebody that was doing it. And in my world, I was the only one that was doing it. I only knew a few people, but they were in different states, and I had to buy plane tickets and buy books to go and learn things. And so there is a real advantage to using online, to be able to get recipes and stuff like that. But I agree with you, being able to have real people to really connect, because we're holistic beings. We're not robots and computers. That's a piece of our life. But if you can't touch somebody, you're not going to be well. And we're so emotionally disconnected. And, you can go into eating healthy, but if the whole of you is not well, then it's not going to, there's only a piece of our pie. And so this is just one aspect of my life, is to, eat primarily a plant-based. I call it nutrient intake. I don't want to say I'm a raw foodist. I'm just a nutritarian. I want to get nutrients into my body as much as I can. So for you,
did you get that term from Dr. Joel Fuhrman or no?
I don't know where I got it from. I was talking to my husband one day, and he goes, because everyone's like, are you a vegan? Are you a vegetarian? I go, I just want to get a lot of nutrients in my body. He's like, yes, I'm a nutritarian. And so that, I don't know if I maybe had heard it and it was subconscious or whatever and didn't realize it, but I just say that.
The term really makes sense. I first learned about that from Dr. Joel Fuhrman, and it really makes sense to be a nutritarian. I just want to get as many nutrients in as possible.
Yeah. I mean, that just makes sense, right?
Does.
So yeah.
It does.
So one of the things that, I see in the kind of like on the social media side, is that when a lot of people are introducing like the healthy lifestyle, a lot of it for women is really focused around kind of the beauty aspect. Kind of, we have to look a certain way. What is your philosophy towards that? Are you trying to let the world know that we just have to be hot, sweet, and sexy until we're 75? Or where did you start, and have you evolved? Tell me what you would tell a young girl that's 20.
I think you can be hot, young, and sexy at 75. You know, you don't have to be, but you can be free to be whatever you want. And I don't know why, you know, we want to be young and beautiful, but there's something special about embracing your natural beauty and your unique features and enhancing those. And I think with the right tools, you know, like doing, you know, facial massage or facial exercises, doing things naturally and having a healthy lifestyle, a healthy diet, you know, because beauty shines from within, not just from your diet, but from your mindset and your energy, your beliefs, and how we feel about ourselves. We reflect that out into the world. And it's not really about how you look, it's about how you feel, you know, and beauty is something that, what is it? What do they say? Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, you know, and it doesn't matter what you look like, but if you're radiating love and kindness and forgiveness and your energy is balanced and you're glowing and you're vibrating at a high vibration, you're attractive naturally. You are radiating beauty. So it's not really about having to look a certain way or change. It's just really about loving yourself, embracing your unique features and your natural God-given beauty that you were born with. And you have a right to embrace that. And I think when it comes to aging, it's not about wanting to stop aging or, you know, like, yes, we can slow down the clock, I think, with a healthier lifestyle, because you can take two people who are the same age, who've lived completely different lifestyle and had different mindset habits, and they look very differently, they feel differently. Maybe one has pain in their body, one doesn't, one has dementia, one doesn't. So it's more about just embracing where we are right now in this stage of our life, no matter what age we are, and just aging gracefully and changing our beliefs about what aging actually is.
That's good. Thanks for sharing that. I really like that. Again, I think I'm a closer more towards 25 years her senior, so I have a little bit of a game starter on her in reference to age. And just to kind of add to what she says, for me, I agree with you 100%, because beauty does really flow from the inside out. I mean, everything you're saying, like if you're treating people well and you love life, you take people where they are and you help to make their life a better place, that's really beautiful, right? So those are good principles. In addition to that, one of the things that I think is really important for me, for my audience, is that I want you to live well, but I also want you to die well, because we are going to cease to exist one day. And so that process of dying is very important on even how we die. Do I want to die 20, 30 years full of disease, having a poor quality of life? Or would I prefer, which I get to choose to have a young, vital life in a body that is aging? There will be a time in my life that I'm not able to do handstands at 60 plus years of age, to go and do American Ninja Warrior training at 60 plus years of age, to go roller skating and dancing on the beach and doing the things that people might say, you know, maybe you should act your age. And my answer is I am acting my age, because age really is what you hear all the time. Age is really just a number. It's a chronological thing. But how we feel about ourselves is really the catalyst about how we're going to live. So the whole principle around what we think is who we are. How we feel is what we believe. A lot of times people say, oh, don't follow your feelings. It's impossible to not follow your feelings. You have to learn to manage your feelings. And eventually your feelings will become a belief system, and that belief system is what you're going to model to the world that you have agreed with. And then you're going to go to the rest of the world and say, hey, follow me as I follow this belief system, because it's working. And that's how we end up gravitating people around us, because people want to follow that sort of just that synergy.
I like to say youthfulness is a state of mind, and true beauty is a state of being, because true beauty really is more about your energy and essence than anything else.
Yeah, it really is. A lot of times we are focused on the do, but ultimately it is about the be, right? It's like, what do you do? That is a reflection of who we be.
Yeah.
Right. So you'll hear in the wellness world how so many of us have broken away from so many things that are what we call the pattern of this world. We've left careers. People have even, it's sad. It's sad in some respect. People even leave relationships because they found themselves they either didn't have the skills to communicate, or they had unwilling partners or whatever. And I don't mean that just in marriage. I mean any kind of relationship. It's so sad that we were designed to have a perfect place of living interconnected with one another. And in the wellness world, you will find a lot of people who have just said, forget it, I'm not doing this anymore. I can't live in the box. And they seem to be some of the most free people I've ever met.
Yeah.
And I love it because we get to a place to where you can be liberated. And, I'm just grateful.
I was living, the American dream. I had the house and the yard and the dog and the cul-de-sac and the 3-car garage and 2.5 kids and, all the tools in the kitchen. I gave everything up. I gave everything up. And it really is, when you come back to this place of simplicity, of just not really needing anything, and then your diet gets so simple and everything just becomes lighter,
Yeah, I agree. I'm really excited. This is it's a fairly new venture for you. The food meetup, right? It's a fairly new venture.
We started this one a year ago, but the worldwide meetup, this is our second one. So March 9th was the first one. Literally 3 months ago was the first one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome because, again, she's made a major change in her life, and I really hope for the better for you and the world around you, that it continues to thrive. But this is really where it is. And what I always tell all of my clients is this: find something that you enjoy doing. Do it often. And that's one of the catalysts of your life, that you're going to literally build what we call the circle of life in all the areas of our lives to create for ourselves. Again, I feel like there's a master plan. And when we get the revelation of that master plan, it's going to always serve us, and it will always serve the world around us. So this meetup is beneficial to the people around you, but it's going to serve you as well. You're going to find your community, everything that you were lacking, right?
God,
find your people,
yeah.
right? Find your tribe, if you will. That's, again, I've been out of the country a long time. I'm hearing these. I hear that I am a high raw, so that's a new one.
The fancy term.
Yes, I'm getting all the fun terminology, but I'm just excited and thankful that you did this, because it's also helping me to connect to people that I'm in need of as well. So anyway, thanks so much for having me here with you today.
I'm so glad you came.
I'm excited. I'm blessed, and
Yeah.
God bless you with everything that you guys are going to be doing
Thank
with
you
this
so
venture.
much. Yeah, I'm so glad I got to meet you. And just for anybody watching the Raw Food Worldwide Meetups on Instagram, you can click the link in the bio to find out more. We have over 70 cities that signed up to host raw food meetups all over the world on the same day.
The globe. Everywhere.
All over, everywhere. So we are creating pockets of love and spreading compassion, and I feel like we have the opportunity and the potential to make a massive shift in consciousness.
Yeah.
You know?
I agree. Yeah. All right.
Thanks so much, guys.
See ya. God bless y'all.